Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Bibzuda here once again, back for some more of the Resident Evil 4 Remake Hardcore S Plus walkthrough, in with Chapter 12 here, which is the final chapter of the castle. We're going to be having the Clock Tower climb and the Salazar boss fight. So right before we head back to the castle proper, going to go ahead and loot the Krauser area here, clearing up some inventory space, crafting, a flashbang there. Three nice herbs around there, and then also a boot knife. I highly recommend you have at least 3 boot knives with you now for the actual Krauser boss fight, just because your regular knife probably won't be able to stand up the test of doing the whole fight, as long as you're someone who uses the knife a lot in that fight, which is what I like to do for the first 2 phases, or whatever you want to call them, like the first 2 actual fights you have to do, and then obviously there's the final area where he transforms, where I tend to use a magnum more often than not, because in my opinion, for me, that's probably the hardest boss fight in the game. And if you were going to rocket launcher any boss, I would personally recommend you do it with Krauser, because he is really tough. But I go ahead and take a different strategy, which you will see later. But after taking the elevator up, we can grab this small key here. Those are worth 3,000 pesetas each once you leave the castle and can sell them, so worth grabbing that one there. And then here, I'm quickly going to throw some gems into the flagon here that we got on the minecart rides and sell that, so I have some money to repair my knife that obviously is quite damaged from fighting Krauser. And then I think I buy another large resources here, to craft another flashbang. But I don't have any room for it at the moment, so I think I quickly go and craft some shotgun shells. Inventory space is a bit tight at the moment. There is going to be, or maybe there already is, another case size upgrade. Yeah, there is, but it is 36k, which is kind of a lot when you think about it. That is a lot of money to be spending, so I'm kind of trying to avoid that and just trying to better manage my inventory. I do have quite a lot of healing items available, which is obviously good for the upcoming boss fight. But yeah, just trying to keep my inventory size managed very well here without having to drop a big amount on updating it. But you do want to have some flashbangs for the tower ascent here. I use them pretty liberally on the way up. Don't take my time here really at all. Just kind of YOLO run it up to get up there, because it can take quite a while. There's quite a lot of enemies on this staircase. And the good thing about it is once you get to a certain way up, of course, the guy will start dropping the balls, and that'll just clear out all the enemies for you. I do like to take the left side around the statue here, because that torch guy will kind of run off in the other direction and not be an issue. This guy I try to just run past, he swings at me, try to block him, and I kind of get really stuck in the mix here and end up getting whacked by the torch, so that wasn't very good. And then that same guy who just hit me somehow also grabs me, so not a great start. Maybe you want to throw a grenade or a flashbang right there. It's definitely an option, but I held off and kind of paid the price for it. But either way, you can end up getting through there. And then I shoot this treasure. I think it's worth coming over to grab this, and I throw this flashbang here, and that does destroy the Salazar statue. If you don't throw a flashbang there, you do want to shoot the charge on the back of the head when you're about halfway up the staircase prior. It can be a bit risky doing it there, because of course you do have guys around you, you might get hit. I like to throw another flashbang right there after I dodge the hatchet that guy pretty much always throws when you're crossing those wooden planks. That usually blinds a good majority of these people, and then once I'm up around here, I'll throw another, and we get the cutscene for the balls that are starting, and I will come up here to the little caged area and just take these guys out. That guy was flashed, luckily, so I just kicked him over. Destroy that guy's shield with the shotgun, just kind of buying time there, and then running up whenever the first ball rolls past. And then we got this crossbow guy here. I try to get an angle on the guy with the sniper to try and get him before he drops another ball, but I'm unable to do that, so I just run back quickly as the ball goes by and takes everyone else out. And then I go ahead and take out this guy and drop a ball of my own for anybody that's coming up the stairs behind me. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get to climb up there pretty quick. Just liberal use of flashbangs and shotgunning wherever needed to buy time or get space. And grab that mirror from up there, jump down to the elevator, and you can also grab an extravagant clock. So a couple of easy to get treasures there that are nice to grab and don't have to go too far out of your way. And we start the elevator ride. So right away, this red zealot is going to come up and stand in the cage. If you want to kill this guy as fast as you can, I usually just whip out the rifle and lay down shots until he goes down. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Sometimes I feel like my rifle bullets like go through him or something, but maybe I missed somehow. But yeah, I was able to take him out with the rifle there either way. And then, I mean, you pretty much know how this goes. Just try and keep your eye on platforms up above and just shooting people off who get up here. If anyone does manage to jump down onto the elevator, just try and get them off as quickly as possible. Either shotgun them or, you know, shoot them in the head and kick them off with the red 9. And you should be good to go. If you are able to get to the top without anybody jumping on your elevator, you will get a challenge completed. I think it's called capacity compliance or something like that. I don't manage to do that here. I think someone jumps down right now, yep, because I was focusing too much on this one platform and I missed someone from somewhere else. But just quickly shotgun them and then there's, you know, just keep looking around. About halfway up or so, there will be another red zealot here that, again, you want to just basically take out as quickly as you can. A bunch of sniper shots into him there. I think that was 6 shots, which usually doesn't take that many, but yeah, get another guy on the elevator there. Had to take him out with the shotgun, but nothing too complicated here really. Just shooting at these guys, and the red 9 kind of trolling me a little bit there with the inaccuracy at the range, but you know, it's still I still love the gun, of course. Good barrel to make use of there whenever that archer shows up. And at this point, it's mostly just going to be the people who are... I actually have no idea where that shield guy came from. That was a weird one. But after that, it's mostly going to be these people who are climbing up to these higher platforms here that you just need to worry about taking out. And then you should be good to go. Just going to get this last lady before she gets up there to get out my way. And then we have arrived at the top. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole clock tower. Again, it can be a little bit more difficult if you don't use flashbangs or get through it quickly like that. And make sure you take out the Salazar head before it starts breathing fire, either with that flashbang that I threw, or you can obviously shoot the explosive charge that's in the back of the head on your way up the stairs, as I mentioned. Somehow this goon survives 2 sniper bullets, so I break out the red 9, miss several shots, but managed to put him down. Didn't want to waste yet another sniper bullet. You can shoot that thing for a treasure on your way through, and don't forget you have to walk across these wooden things. I really don't understand the point of this. It's just kind of annoying, but grab your treasure on the way by there. That's a yellow diamond. But if you do run across these, you will just simply die, so do not do that. And then this person will run over whenever you get across to their side, so you can take them out as well. And then we come in here and got to do a little bit of shopping at the merchant. I grabbed that yellow herb first, but as you can see, we are doing quite well on healing items. I just sell that mirror that we just got in the clock tower, repair the body armor, and I buy myself another large resources here. Not really important for having this flashbang, but since I had none, I for some reason just always like to have a flashbang on me. It doesn't really matter for this boss fight, but yeah, you can go ahead and just not even need to buy anything there if you don't want. I think it's worth it coming up here for the 2 barrels and a first aid spray that's always there. So go ahead and do that for some additional healing. Of course, like I said in previous videos, if you want, you can definitely use a rocket launcher to kill this boss instantly and not have to deal with it. I would probably advise doing that if you really care about being as fast as possible, but I wanted to show the boss fight in case people do want to fight it. But yeah, basically, if you want to use a rocket launcher, just buy it and fire it right at him during this part where he's there taunting you. I went ahead and gave him quite a few shotgun blasts there, and I'm just going to craft this into another flash grenade for inventory space. Flash grenades always really good to have. I pretty much use all my large resources on flash grenades at this point, unless I occasionally need rifle ammo, but usually I don't. But yeah, this is basically where I like to stand for the whole fight. Just hide behind or around this pillar to avoid his goop attacks as best you can, and make sure if he puts any of the blobs down on your, either side of you, you shoot those to make sure they don't damage you. That is usually pretty easy to avoid when he starts and does the big up thing, but as you'll see, this fight that I do here definitely isn't perfect, and that move catches me out a few times. I don't really know what you can do about that too much. He'll just appear, he'll go to that side and then just like kind of instantly do the goop breath, which can be really annoying. This attack is good for getting a few shots off. He'll have his mouth open for a little bit and then charge it up and do like a shotgun blast of goop, which you can avoid after getting those few shots in. Again, here I troll that a little bit. I walk straight into that railing instead of going up or down those stairs to get behind the pillar. So that was more my bad than anything else. But overall, this is in general a good strategy. Whenever he does that charge up where he's about to lunge at you, just run around a corner. So you can either run down or up one of the sets of staircases to get into a good spot. It's not the worst thing in the world to take a few shots on him, even if his mouth is closed, in my opinion. That still gets a little bit of damage in. And right there, I kind of got BS, I feel like. I thought I was definitely under the thing, but didn't end up being there. And right there, I actually don't know what he was doing. I thought he was doing the melee lunge, but he was not. Definitely take some pot shots at him whenever he's going around the arena, putting down goop blobs. That can help you out. And I get him with a sniper bullet there. I thought he was up on this platform, but turns out he's not. Thankfully, you do have a decent amount of time to get over to him. I jump over the railing, and I'm still able to make it. Whenever he does go down, highly recommend walking up and stabbing him. That'll do a lot of damage, and you can get a couple of free shotgun shots off after that as well. Just be sure to, if you're going far away from where your base is here by the pillar, that you look out for goop blobs on the ground, because those really hurt, and they can be easy to miss if you're trying to focus on getting over to him. And that's pretty much it. He also has this move where he does a downward slam. That one's easier to avoid than the lunging one. And there's one other move that you kind of want to watch out for. Here's another shotgun blast, which I cancel by getting a little bit of hit stun. But sometimes he'll go up on the ceiling, and like I said, I get caught out by that move again, where he kind of instantly does the goop on me. But thankfully, I do have plenty of healing available. I don't know if he does it in this fight, but he'll have one where he gets up on the ceiling and just does a downward goop spray for a long time and tries to follow you around. You can just stand underneath the little connecting piece of that leads to the pillar, and that will not hit you, so you can just stand there the whole time until he stops doing it. Whenever he does this big goop spraying thing, if you're below him as far as the height is concerned, that will not hit you, and you can get a ton of free damage off during that. That's a good move that you'd like to see. Here he goes doing that melee lunge again, so I run down the steps to avoid it. And right here, I know he was charging up the shotgun blast, but I decided it was worth it to just take some shotgun blasts of my own and get off a bunch of damage there. I could have tried to avoid it, of course, but decided not to. Managed to cancel his slam there by shooting him in the face, and that gives me another stab opportunity and some more shotgun damage. This guy does have a lot of health. He's doing the goop attack, though, that gives me, again, a bunch of free damage, so I just unload the red 9, and that puts him down. Don't forget to grab the Lip Rouge, and I go ahead and loot these 2 barrels afterwards as well. So yeah, pretty annoying boss fight. Definitely can be difficult, but I think sticking near that pillar is definitely your best bet for being able to dodge a lot of the goop and stuff like that. And mainly sticking with the red 9, honestly, and then whenever you can get close to him, the shotgun can be pretty good. And if you're confident in your aim when he's doing goop drops across the map, you can maybe use the rifle. But I have trouble hitting my rifle shots unless he's charging up some sort of attack that's easy to get him on. Don't forget to loot those 3 barrels before taking the elevator down, and then we can ride down here. So take this time to just once again say, if you struggle with that boss or for whatever reason you don't want to fight it, just go ahead and buy a rocket launcher and use it on him. You can easily afford a rocket launcher at this point if all you've upgraded is the red 9 and maybe 1 or 2 upgrades into the power of the riot gun. I've put quite a bit more money than that into my riot gun just because I have, I'm not going for the rocket launchers, but if you hold off, you should be able to scrounge up enough money to afford a rocket launcher, and that would, be able to get that fight done for free. So if you'd like to do that, then go right ahead. Right here with the 2 knights that are here, these are actually over here on hardcore and professional. Just kind of a little FU to you after you have completed the boss. They give you these knights to deal with, but you can just run past them pretty much. This one I honestly kind of forgot about, and I'm shocked I didn't take damage there. Just take a wider berth around that turn, stick more to the right side of the room, and then just that swing will completely miss you, and you can just keep running by. And then you hop on the boat, and that's the end of the chapter. So yeah, that's the castle finished. Chapter 12 is done, and now we're moving on to the island, which has a lot of, honestly, pretty cool tech and skips that you can do, which I appreciate. So I'll be showing a couple of those in the coming chapters to help you get through them a little bit faster. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Let me know if you need help with anything or you have any feedback in the comments, and I'll see you for the next one.